Let's get straight to tomorrow's stars of Hollywood and/or Broadway. Our first performer is a stand-up comic, so buckle up for some hilarious jokes. Here's comic Otis Boggs.
I know what you people are thinking. I look like Spanky just ate the rest of the Little Rascals. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm overweight, but I'm very athletic, which means when I do score, I'm too tired to celebrate. I did try out for sports when I was in school, but I didn't feel things were moving very fast for me in track. I did make a big splash, though, when I joined the dive team. Something else about me, I've had a lot of odd jobs. Like one time I was a roofer, but that job fell through. No worries, I bounced right back. For a short time, I was a pizza delivery guy, but I had a hard time explaining to the customers, hey, man, those 2 slices are on back order. All right, looking at me, you probably guessed I grew up the fat kid in the neighborhood. I did. I wasn't good at anything, running, jumping, hide and seek. I remember at a young age that food was going to be my biggest temptation. I remember this one Halloween, my friends and I went out to teepee houses and mess up some mailboxes, but I couldn't participate because in case we were to get caught, I would need a 1-block head start just to get away. Anyway, we get up to this one house, and as usual, I walk on down the street. I turn around and see my friends get started. Then I heard another guy coming out of the house yelling. So I took off running, but my friends took off running the other way. Well, 5 minutes later, the cops caught me because I was passed out on the curb. They told me they knew it was me and my friends and what we were doing. They said I could go free if I give them my friend's name. And I'm like, no way, man. I'm not going to narc on my friends. We don't rat on our friends, right? And me and the cops, we went back and forth, and finally one officer goes, I'll give you a king-size Snickers bar. I said, Tibby, Bobby, Mike, and Joey. Looking back, I only have one regret about that night. It wasn't so much for selling out my friends, but I think I could have held out for a second Snickers bar. You know, the generation of kids between yesterday and today is different. Like, kids today are out of hand. Like the other day, I had a 5-year-old flip me off and call me a fat jerk. I was like, pfft. After that, I wasn't going to give him back his ice cream cone. But I can't blame the parents because I'm having problems with my own son. He come home the other day. He had his pants sagging down real low. It's just me and my wife sitting on the couch. He walks through the door. He's like, "What's up, player?" And my wife's like, he's not going to act like that, dress like that. I'm like, relax, I'll have a talk with him. So I talked to my son, and then later that night I'm thinking, how do I know that when I get up and go to work and he goes to school, he's not going to do it again? So the next morning I'm sitting at the kitchen table with all of his underwear and a brown marker. He come out of the bedroom, he's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, keeping your pants up there, skid mark. And you guys know how teenagers get real defensive, right? He's like, I don't care, I'm going to wear them like that anyway. I'm like, go ahead, gangster skid mark. Let your friends know you ain't afraid to bust a crap. I know he's doing these things to fit in because he's having a tough time. He's getting beat up at school. And he come home, he's like, Dad, will you buy me karate lessons? I'm like, why don't you use your allowance to buy karate lessons? He goes, you don't pay me an allowance. I'm like, that's right, because you don't do nothing. I said, come on, I'll show you a movie I saw when I was a kid. It was The Karate Kid, man. He watched that movie, he was gung-ho. Wash, wax the car, paint the fence, paint the house, sand the floor, ready to go. Went back to school, got his butt whipped again. He come home, he's like, Dad, I didn't learn anything. I'm like, yeah, you did. You learned how to earn an allowance.
Otis Boggs, that was hilarious. Come join me at the intersection of Hollywood and/or Broadway. Thanks for being on Steve Gadlin Star Makers.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing stand-up comedy, Otis?
Roughly 10 years.
Well, it's hilarious. A very polished routine. Very, very funny. And hey, when you're thinking custom coffee gifts, I want you to think printkcups.com. With custom flavors and designs, they're personalized. Single-serve coffee cups are sure to please clients, friends, and all the coffee lovers in your life. Printkcups.com for all of your custom coffee gifting. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more. Hi, I'm Steve Gadlin, the host of Steve Gadlin Star Makers. Thanks so much for watching our video. For more of tomorrow's stars of Hollywood and/or Broadway, click on my face to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I hope to see you again.